Welcome back to the Power Public YouTube channel. Today's video, we're introducing Fast Adjusters as an exciting new product. So shout out to the team at Fast Adjusters for sponsoring this video. So what are Fast Adjusters? The Fast Adjusters are a go-kart seat adjustment system that you use to get the ultimate seat position for any track, driver, kart combination. Okay, with the driver being over 50% of the weight of the vehicle, if your seat position is out just a little bit, the car can be out of balance and really difficult to drive. And when it's like that, it's just slow. And the beauty of the Fast Adjusters is that you can finely tune where the weight is balanced, either the front or the rear. So if your car is understeering a lot, you can move the seat forwards, and then if you haven't got enough traction, say it's in the wet or you've got a high-powered car, then you might want to move that seat back just 10 millimeters. Well, with this system, you can do it so easily. So the Fast Adjuster system comes in a few components, and as you can see, the build quality is excellent. These are hard anodized aluminium brackets, and we've got stainless steel plates here for the side plates. Everything comes marked. It's pretty easy to see. Now, there is 5 different versions, and they do fit almost every go-kart on the market. These ones here are the ones we're going to be fitting up today. They're for the Tony Kart Senior Kart. There's going to be a cadet version of this. And also too, you can see this V1 over here is for the most common types of karts, your CRGs, your Parallels, Ricardo karts and whatnot. So there is one of these brackets for every kart. You've just got to jump on their website and see if it's compatible with yours. The Fast Adjusters are super easy and quick to adjust. There's a large range of motion, and the durability has been track tested to not affect the rigidity or the stiffness of your go-kart. Also too, they are transferable between karts so that you can put these on your kart if you're flicking through karts all the time, and also two different seats. You buy these once and use them all the time. So today's video, we're going to be showing you how to fit the V2 adjuster to the Tony Kart Krypton, which is our shop racing kart here for this year. But if you did have another go-kart, you'd be fitting the V1. Now, they do come in 5 models, so go to the Fast Adjusters website to check out the model that you need. Each kit comes with a side plate that can be reversed in orientation because these holes are offset by 5 millimeters if you did want a half a hole adjustment. But for the most part, and with the track testing that's been done already, the 10 millimeter spacing is perfect. So now we're going to show you how to fit the Fast Adjuster system to a Tony Kart. So the Fast Adjuster system comes shipped with 2 bottom brackets, 2 side plates, and all the fixings required to fit the system to your kart. So some of the tools required, depending on the model, would be a shifter, an 8 and a 5 millimeter drill bit, obviously the battery drill, a 3, a 5 and a 6 millimeter Allen key. We've got a texter and a ruler, and then an 8, a 10 or a 13 millimeter ring spanner. So this is our 2021 racing go-kart here at the House of Power, and we do have a seat already fitted. We've removed the bottom bolts and the factory brackets, and now we're going to fit up our Fast Adjuster system. So an important side note, if you are starting with a brand new seat, you must drill and fit the top bolts before you fit the Fast Adjuster system. So the first thing we're going to do is install the Fast Adjuster on the chassis. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we're in the middle hole here on the adjuster and that it's set flush here on the back face. Then just tighten the screw. So with the original seat hardware removed, we can move the seat up, install the 2 M6 cap screws, slide the Fast Adjuster on, and do up the 2 M6 nylock nuts. If you've got a 10mm socket handy, now's the time to bust that out and make this job a piece of cake. And it's the same for the other side. Now the Fast Adjusters are not left and right handed, they can go on either side of the kart, but most guys are going to want to put them around this way with them on the inside of the brackets. Now as you can see, the seat is not sitting flat here, parallel with the chassis rails, which is what we want for this go-kart, because we've got a little bit of interference here on the bracket. but that's perfectly fine. All we have to do is loosen off the nuts on the side of the fast adjusters and slide them forward exactly 10 millimeters so that they line up with the side plates later on. Now, as you can see, this seat is perfectly flat and there is room enough for the spaces required. To help mark out the holes, use a bolt in the top of the adjuster and screw it in to get the right height for the seat. Lower the seat down and adjust the screw until the seat height is perfect. So with some hardware installed into the fast adjusters for reference, you can just mark the center of the hole with a Sharpie. So we're now ready to fit the seat hardware to the fast adjusters. You may need a wedge washer and an aluminium washer to spread the load, and also the kit comes shipped with different length cap screws. You want to make sure that you've got a minimum of 8mm engagement and a maximum depth of 15mm before you case the bolts out. And to test that out, get the correct seat washers in position. Grab a seat bolt out of your kit and screw it until the first thread just grabs. And with the seat washer installed, measure down to the seat, making sure you've got a minimum of 8mm and a maximum of 15mm of bolt to go into the adjuster. Now simply do up the M8 countersunk cap screw. Same for the other side. So now that we've got the bottom fast adjusters all installed and bolted up perfectly, it's time to remove the standard top hardware and install the side plates. So if your bottom plates are in the standard position, you'll be using the middle hole, number 4. But we've moved our brackets forward 10mm, so we will come back 1 hole to number 5. Because we've effectively moved the seat forwards, that gives us 20mm further forward movement and up to 40mm of rearward movement. Now we're going to simply slide the side plate into the number 5, push the bolt all the way through and install the M8 nylock nut. So make sure when you're doing up this bolt that the plate is perfectly level with the chassis rails, so that when we're moving the seat later on using the fast adjuster system, we can just drill out the next hole and the seat remains perfectly flat on the bottom. So if your plate is a little bit up or down, simply loosen the bolt off slightly and then you can make your adjustments here. Just pushing it around, it's pretty easy to move. And take your time, take a step back and have a good look at it, and then get that perfectly horizontal with the chassis rails. And remember to nip up the bolt. Now simply drill the holes with the 5mm drill. Install the provided hardware and lock the side plates in position. And now it's the same for the other side. If you do need extra washers, you can just put them on over the top. So now that you've got your fast adjusters all fitted to the cart, it is so simple to adjust your seat forward or backward. Simply crack off the 2 bottom lock nuts. Remove the top 2 seat bolts. So with the seat hardware removed, we're going to get the 8mm drill bit and we're going to drill out hole number 4 so that we can move the seat back 1 position. Simply shuffle the seat back until the holes line up. Now reinstall your seat hardware in the new position. And most importantly, don't forget to retighten the adjustment screws down here on the bottom adjusters. So following on from last week's video, where we were scaling the cart to get the perfect weight distribution, you can see the fast adjuster system is actually going to make that job so much easier. Now if you aren't using lead ballast to get your weight distribution perfect, now you can use the fast adjuster system as well. So the fast adjuster system is all installed on my Tony cart and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to hit the track. It's easy, it's going to be fast to adjust that seat. They look super heavy duty, so they're never going to break. I'm going to be able to change them in between all my karts, and it's going to save me wrecking all my seats when I'm doing incremental seat adjustments. So thanks to the guys at Fast Adjusters for sponsoring the video. You can get this great product through their website. The link will be in the description below. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.